Hey everybody, this is D Hunter, bringing another action figure review. Today, we're going to look at the McFarlane DC Multiverse Justice Society of America Dr. Mid-Nite. Not only that, but this is the Platinum Chase variant. This is actually the third Dr. Mid-Nite, Dr. Pieter Anton Cross. I ordered this guy from Big Bad Toy Store. It arrived today, so let's take a look at the packaging. As you can see at the top, 22 moving parts. McFarlane Toys, ages 12 plus. DC Multiverse Dr. Mid-Nite. McFarlane Platinum Edition, McFarlane Collector Edition. Here he is in the package. We have 6 interchangeable hands, collector's card, display stand, and his owl Charlie. One side of the package, McFarlane Collector's Edition, Dr. Mid-Nite. This is the 48th figure in the Collector's Edition subline. Other side, Dr. Mid-Nite. At the bottom, there's the barcode, but Big Bad Toy Store put their own barcode on top of it. Not the original barcode would help you because it's the same as the regular version. And on the back, here he is posed up from the comics. So with no further ado, let's open him up. Alright, now that we got this figure out of the package, here he is with all the accessories laid out. We have a display stand, a collector's card, 6 interchangeable hands, and then his pet, Owl Charlie. Before I tell you a little all that, let's talk about and check out the figure. So this is Dr. Mid-Nite, and this is the Platinum Chase variant, which is actually the third Dr. Mid-Nite, Pieter Cross. He's a Norwegian medical prodigy that was delivered as an infant by the first Dr. Mid-Nite and the second Dr. Mid-Nite. The first Dr. Mid-Nite is Charles McNider, and the second one is Elizabeth Chapel. After a car accident, Pieter Cross here was blinded, and while he was drugged with a variation of the venom drug, he is now able to see at night and has become the third Dr. Mid-Nite. He's proficient in the medical field, and he mentors other heroes, new ones such as Jaime Reyes' Blue Beetle. In the current comics, both the second and third Dr. Mid-Nite are both active as a Dr. Mid-Nite together. Now I do love when they make Platinum Chase variants a completely different character, kind of like Clock King or the Dark Archer or Dark Stars. Another hero to add to the roster, so let's take a closer look. Now, it's pretty much the exact same figure as a regular one, except a few paint differences. And I'm okay with that, because he has a pretty similar look. He has his signature goggles, the mask with his mouth exposed, and then he's got a little moon on his forehead. Little moons down his tunic, double-jointed elbows, double-jointed knees, brown boots, silver gauntlets. I like the torso, it looks pretty good. He has a cloth soft goods cape, and it's missing the bendy wire again. Now, I knew this guy was going to have one because a regular one didn't have it, but he has that same pocket sewn across the side and across the bottom, and it damn sure seems like a bendy wire was intended to be here. And a closer look at his face and head sculpt, which looks pretty good. Looks exactly like it should look. And then here's the figure, broken down as far as he can go, with all of his removable parts detached. Now let's check out his accessories, starting off with the boring stuff. Here's his display stand, typical McFarlane display stand we've seen plenty of times before. And then we have his collector's card. As you can see, it's an image of Dr. Mid-Nite on a rooftop, but of course this is the original version of Dr. Mid-Nite, McFarlane Collector's Edition. On the back, there is a description. If you want to read that, pause now, but keep in mind the description is based off the regular version of Dr. Mid-Nite, the original, not this new Platinum third version. Now let's look at his hands. He has a total of 6 hands, 3 left hands, and 3 right hands. Here he is with his first pair of hands. These are his fists. And then his second pair of hands. This is a pair of gripping hands. And here's his last set of hands. His right hand is a pointing hand, and his left hand is an open hand. And now for his owl. This is his pet, Charlie, kind of like his sidekick. It's trained to assist in battle, and it's his companion. As you can see, it's a brown color, a little bit of light at the front, head sculpt's good, paint job's good on the eyes, etc. It doesn't move in any way, shape, or form, it just sort of sits there, and that's fine. I don't need a super articulated owl, simply having him is pretty cool for Dr. Mid-Nite. So this owl Charlie shares the same sculpt as the Court of Owls 3-pack owl, which is on the right, and the regular version of Dr. Mid-Nite's owl Hootie, which is on the left. Now you can sort of balance the owl onto his forearm here. It does not connect stably at all. It'd be nice if it had some sort of peg, or the feet sort of wrapped around him and held on tightly. But best you can do is just sort of balance it. It looks okay. Now I want to talk about his cape. His cape made of cloth soft goods, which is nice, but without the bendy wire, it's just sort of there. It's big. It just hangs there and you can't really do anything with it. I know I keep saying this, but I need to invest into making my own sort of bendy wire capes, getting some wire, putting it in there, securing it. Because I'd love to be able to sort of have it take different poses, but no, it just sort of sits there. It doesn't do anything. It is made of that little bit of shiny kind of material. I guess it's vinyl, it doesn't feel too bad. And just see how big and spread out it is. Now on the regular version of Dr. Mid-Nite, I sort of folded his cape, two little folds like this, and had him sort of laying on it, and now it's kind of stuck like that, which is what I wanted. I might go ahead and do the same thing with him, but I wanted to keep him as is for now. I definitely think this one looks a lot better like this when he's just standing there, versus the other one, which is way wide out to the sides. And now to check out the reuse differences and similarities between the first Dr. Mid-Nite and the Platinum 3rd version. So let's take a closer look. They are 100% the same figure, same sculpt, same articulation. So starting with the heads. This guy has green lenses in the goggles, this guy has blue. Silver, sort of forearm gauntlets, black gloves, brown gloves and gauntlets. The tunic seems to be the same. The pants are black, and the boots are dark brown, light brown, and of course the cape is black versus green. Now for the reuse differences and similarities between this Dr. Mid-Nite and the Chris O'Donnell Robin. They don't usually share parts of the movie figures and the comic figures, but I think it works out pretty good. Now, they're not using the entire base body. The heads are totally different. The torso is actually different here. The arms are the same, at least until they get to the bottom part. The diaper piece is different. The legs are also the same until they get to the boots. So like I said, not exactly the same base body, but most of the shared parts are from this guy versus something else. Here are all the McFarlane DC Multiverse figures that utilize at least some of the shared parts of Dr. Mid-Nite. The arms and the legs, if nothing else. Now that we've taken a pretty good look at both the figure and his accessories, let's check out his height. From bottom to the top of his head, standing about 6.9 inches tall, which would translate to just under 18 centimeters. And for his articulation. Starting with his head, of course, you can rotate side to side. You can look up about that far, down that much. You can tilt his head from one side to the other. Shoulders on a ball joint goes up more than 90 degrees. Up, down, around, all that good stuff. He's got this butterfly ring between his shoulder and chest, increasing the range of motion and covering the gap that would be there. Bicep cut, double jointed elbows. His wrist can rotate and it's hinged as well. In his torso, he's got a ball joint, rotate around, forward and back. Another one in his waist, rotate around, forward and back. Between the two, pretty good range of motion in the torso area. You get more out of the torso than the waist on this guy. Legs, complete as the splits. McFarlane style hip joints. Rotation is minimal. Legs go forward about this far, but you kind of spread them out as you go forward. Back not at all. Double jointed knees. And his ankle. Forward and back. Rotate. Tilt, rock. And to articulation. Here's a look at Dr. Mid-Nite overlooking, protecting his city. And even though he's blind, he's still pretty good at it. Now let's check him out next to some other action figures. Starting off with some other Dr. Mid-Nite figures. Here are the two versions of Dr. Mid-Nite that I have. We have Dr. Mid-Nite 3 and Dr. Mid-Nite 1. I don't think any company has made the second Dr. Mid-Nite. I would definitely like to get a figure of her. And a while ago, I bought a Mattel DC Universe Classics Dr. Mid-Nite, but my wife and I customized him into Cavalier, which is an old school Batman Rogue. You can see the tunic and the boots. You can tell it was Dr. Mid-Nite at one point in time. Here's my entire collection of McFarlane DC Multiverse JSA figures. Now, there are many other characters you could sort of say are part of the JSA or have been at one point in time. I kind of like to keep the Justice League members separate from the JSA members. More the old school on the bottom and the modern on the top. Since this guy's a Platinum Chase variant, let's check out all the other Platinum Chase variants that McFarlane has done. Here are all the earlier Platinum Chase variants for the first few years by McFarlane Toys. And then here are all the 2024 Platinum Chase variants. Boy, they released a lot last year, and I'm sure there's a ton to come this year. And here are all the Platinum Chase variants that came out in 2025. They've made quite a few of them this year. So far, we have 22 red platinums on the right and 25 silver platinums on the left. And I have almost each and every one. Still trying to hunt down the platinum version of the Collector's Edition Beast Boy. Hopefully, he'll show up eventually. So here's the McFarlane Collector's Edition Wave 1. Every single Collector's Edition figure has a Platinum Chase variant. Here are both the regular and Platinum Chase variants of the first appearance Superman, the Abyss, and Alan Scott Green Lantern. And here's the second wave of Collector's Edition figures, both regular and Platinum versions of Firestorm, Hawkman, and Sinestro. Then, the third wave of Collector's Edition figures. We have the Death and Return of Superman, Captain Carrot, Batman as Green Lantern, and Wonder Woman. Here's the fourth wave. This wave consisted of Penguin, Starfire, and Captain Boomerang. And here's the fifth wave of McFarlane Collector's Edition figures, both the regular and Platinum Chase variants of Sergeant Rock, Connor Kent Superboy, and Manga Batman. Here's the sixth wave of Collector's Edition figures, both versions of the Red Hood, Clock King and Dr. Time, Ragman, and Agent Liberty. And finally, here's the seventh wave of McFarlane Collector's Edition figures, both the regular and Platinum Chase variants of the Dark Knight Returns Batman, Huntress, and some Green Lantern Corps members. We have Toma Ray, Evan Sewer, Arcus, Chumuk, and the Green Man. And then here's the eighth wave of Collector's Edition figures. This wave was unusually large. We have both the regular and Platinum versions of Lightning Lad, Simon Bow's Green Lantern, Geoforce, Grid, the Christopher Reeve Superman, and Mr. Terrific. Then, with Wave 9 of the Collector's Edition, Guy Gardner Green Lantern, Captain Cold, and Power Girl. And here's Wave 10 of McFarlane's Collector's Edition, both the regular and Platinum Chase variants of the Year 2 Batman, Deadshot, and Adam Strange. And here's Wave 11 of the Collector's Edition, at least I think. The way they're releasing exclusives, variants, it's kind of hard to tell what the wave is at this point. We have both the regular and Platinum versions of the Target exclusive Strange Lives of Superman, Hawkgirl, Yellow Jacket, Mr. Terrific, and then Red Lantern Guy Gardner. Here's Dr. Mid-Nite, next to the most recent wave of collector's figures. We have both the regular and Platinum versions of Dr. Mid-Nite and Batman with the Mobius chair. Now let's check him out. Next to some other recently released McFarlane DC Multiverse figures. Here he is, next to the two most recent Mega figures, Glow-in-the-Dark Bane and Failsafe. Here's Dr. Mid-Nite, next to the Batman Returns wave, Batman, Catwoman, Max Schreck, a couple versions of Penguin, and his Penguin Commandos. And here he is, next to the most recent wave of Batman comic figures. We have the Batman Incorporated Batman, Earth 2 Batman, Black Mass's Batman, Hush Riddler, and the DC Classics Scarecrow and Batgirl. Then, with both the pink and rainbow Batman figures, and now, with some recent McFarlane paint variants, we have the Jokerized Hush Batman, Black White Accent Flashpoint Batman, cover recreation Emerald Twilight Green Lantern, and the Nightmare and Jokerized Superman figures. Here's Dr. Mid-Nite, next to the Atom Smasher vs. Spectre 2-pack. And here he is, next to the 7th Digital Wave, Red Tornado, Batgirl, and Blackfire. Then, with the most recent wave of Page Punchers, we have the Crisis on Infinite Earths Joker and Cheetah, and the 0 Hour Superman and Extant. And now, with the Ben Affleck Batman that came with the Batcycle, and the Rebirth Batman 2.0. And finally, next to the Red Platinum, Dark Flash, and Guardian. Now let's check him out, next to some extra figures from different various companies, so we can see how he fits in both scale and style-wise, in case you want to know which lines you can mix him with. Since he's a McFarlane toy, they are typically the 7-inch scale. I'm going to start off my comparisons with some of these larger action figure lines I collect, and then work my way smaller. But first, let's check him out with some of his McFarlane Toys brothers. In front of you are 5 different action figures, all from McFarlane Toys, all 7-inch scale, and now, with some Jack-specific wrestling figures and Diamond Select toys, here's Dr. Mid-Nite next to a dinner roll, and here he is with some DC Direct and NECA figures, then with both some Mattel and Jazz Wars wrestling figures, and now with some Mezco and Mattel DC figures, next with some Mafex and Hasbro Marvel Legends, and finally with some SH Figure Arts and Jazz Wars Fortnite figures. So overall, it's a pretty cool Dr. Mid-Nite figure. Dr. Mid-Nite is a sort of obscure JSA member. I mean, he's not like super obscure, but he's definitely not an A or B lister hero. I love the fact that this Platinum Chase variant is Dr. Mid-Nite 3. I love when they do that stuff with Platinum Chase variants. His accessories, he's got plenty of hands, at least he has a sidekick Charlie. His cape, very frustrating. Sculpt and paint job are excellent on this guy. If I were to rate this figure, probably give him a good 7 out of 10. He's pretty nice. It's everything you would ever want from a Dr. Mid-Nite 3, or Dr. Mid-Nite 1 for that matter, and he gets the job done. So this is D Hunter. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say about the video, add to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.